11 plus shy mastery lessons from the book Goodbye to Shy. Number 1. It happens to all of us. Some well-meaning friend or family member blithely suggests, well, why don't you just tell people you're shy? Then you'll feel more comfortable around them, so you consider it. You run a couple of scenarios through your mind. If I tell them, will they say, oh, you poor dear, you're shy? I understand what an awful feeling that must be. Well, I certainly want to become your friend and help you get over it. Don't think so. If I share my secret with a potential romantic partner, will he or she say, oh, that's wonderful. I find shy people so sexy. Let's go out on a date and you can tell me all about it. Not likely. So for the moment, you decide not to tell. Wise choice. If you did, I know from experience exactly what you would hear. People would just laugh it off and say something like, oh, not you, you've got to be kidding, you're not shy. I mean, you're so nice, so friendly. Yada yada yada. It happens all the time. Number 2. You wouldn't scrawl I am shy on a heavy sandwich board and wear it around town. Revealing your shyness to too many people can drag you down just as much. Besides, labeling yourself shy is inaccurate. You are a complex mixture of an immeasurable number of qualities. To choose just one puts unnecessary emphasis on it. Calling yourself shy could also be a perilously self-fulfilling prophecy. When you tell people you're shy, you are not just telling others. You are telling yourself as well. And you are the person who really counts. Number 3. Suppose that you must attend a gathering, but a wave of shyness engulfs you. To reduce your anxiety about the party, grab a pen and make a list of your positive qualities. Your list might go something like this. 1. I have excellent taste in clothes. 2. I love movies and have seen practically all of the current ones. 3. I'm really good at horseback riding. 4. I've been told that I have beautiful teeth. When you finish the list, imagine positive ways you can employ each quality at the event. For example, 1. My taste in clothes. I'll wear my new suit and look terrific. 2. My knowledge about movies. I'll bring up the subject by asking people if they recommend any current movies. 3. My writing skill. I'll ask people what activities or sports they enjoy. Then I can talk about horseback riding. 4. My beautiful teeth. I'll smile a lot. Dreaming up ways to show off your positive qualities is a powerful weapon for fighting fear. Number 4. Tons of recent research confirms that neither shies nor non-shies can spot shyness accurately. Randomly picking one study out of the sociological hat, researchers looked for a group of people who had a fairly close association with each other. They chose 48 students who lived in the same college dorm. These students chatted with each other in the dining hall and attended classes together. They saw each other around campus, studied together in the evenings, and even partied together on weekends. In other words, the inhabitants of this dorm knew each other very well. First, the researchers sequestered each individual student to gather confidential information on how shy she or he really was. Once they had these data, they asked all of the students to secretly assess each of their dorm mates' degree of shyness. The results astounded the researchers. They discovered that many of the shy students were judged not shy by 85% of their dorm mates. Conversely, some students who considered themselves to be exceptionally confident were dubbed shy by some of their colleagues. You think that your shyness sticks out like a wart on your nose? No way. 90% of the time, nobody can tell. And if by chance they do pick up on it, they don't dislike you for it. They're in your court and sorry that you're suffering from it. They too would like to see you emerge from your shell. The next time you are chatting with people and a shy attack hits, realize that nobody notices it. Shyness is a 100% internal pain, like a stomachache from eating too much spicy food. Unless you're grabbing your stomach and groaning, nobody knows that your tummy feels like a train wreck. Number 5. If you've faithfully been doing your daily demented duck exercise, you know how it feels to have high-octane energy flowing through your veins. But there is no need to maintain that super cheerful, gung-ho personality all day. It would come across as fake, and you'd have to be carried home on a stretcher. There are, however, a few strategic moments throughout the day when you should recapture that energy. One of them is arriving at work. Just before entering the door, throw your shoulders back, soften your face into a relaxed smile, and give a lively greeting to anyone you know. This certifies you as part of that most beloved species, human beings who are energetic and optimistic. You don't need to stay chipper and revved up all day. After that first little burst of effervescence, your coworkers will see you as a confident and congenial individual whose quietness means that you're concentrating on your work. Number 6. Make more eye contact. For shies, that's like commanding a vampire to make good eye contact with the sun. What if he wants to stop and talk to me? What if I freeze up? What if she thinks I'm stupid? What if he sees me blushing? What if, well, I'll just pretend I didn't see him. Sound familiar? Your eyes are a vital body part of your Stamping Out Shyness campaign. Some well-meaning people advise, look at people's eyebrows. Do they really believe you can have a meaningful conversation with a pair of eyebrows? Or, look at the bridge of their nose. Sure, then they tell their friends you're cross-eyed. Tricks don't work, there is no way around it. Shies must master good eye contact. If you have a major problem making eye contact with people, and what shy doesn't, start taking baby steps. Gaze into an infant's eyes. Baby's tiny peepers will start you on your way. Of course, staring down a baby isn't quite like staring down a charging bull. However, strong eye contact with the under 2 set familiarizes you with the crucial eyeball-to-eyeball game. Incidentally, don't stare too long at little kids or their mothers will call 911. Number 7. Now it's time to make your smile a reality show, smiling at people you know. First, smile at people you don't find threatening, like the intern who works at your company. Work your way up to those who intimidate you slightly, say a colleague at work or a nice-looking person whom you're not personally attracted to. Then your supervisor. Then your supervisor's supervisor. You get the idea. Keep smiling at scarier and scarier people. We know how people catch chickenpox, what they feel like, how long they last, and how to treat them. Nobody is going to look at a face full of red speckles and say, "What in the world are those funny red spots?" Shyness isn't so conspicuous. People don't know that you're dizzy, nauseous, numb, and sweating like a hog in a sauna. But they can think something worse. If you don't make eye contact and smile, they often misread shyness and interpret it as snobbery. Number 8. Just like everyone else, you go to your closet in the morning and mumble the same question, "How do I feel today?" I ran a computer search for the words "I feel" through the email I received from shies. Sadly, I found "I feel dull," "I feel foolish," "I feel stupid," "I feel inferior," "I feel worthless," and "I feel like a sideshow freak." So if you feel that way, then standing in front of your closet each morning, you are subconsciously saying, "Let me find some clothes that make me look dull, foolish, stupid, inferior, worthless, or like a sideshow freak." Your hands instinctively go for dull duds, and naturally people judge you by the way you dress. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, you probably will not see us again. If you have, congratulations, you are growing every day. Number 9. When we are in physical pain, we take medicine. Some shies who suffer severe anguish turn to psychiatrists for medication. Since we are do-it-yourselfers, we are busting shyness through proven techniques without medication. Unfortunately for some shies, doing it yourself means medicating themselves with beer, booze, or drugs. Drugs and alcohol can make a shy feel more confident, but only for a very short time. You may think that people like you because they smile and clap while you're doing the hula on the coffee table. Men, you may think they're laughing because your jokes are so funny, but they're really laughing at you. Women, you may feel like a femme fatale because men are flocking around you, but it's fatal to your ego when, the next day, you realize why. You can get a reputation of being easy or a lush. Using alcohol to feel confident doesn't work in the long run. In fact, it makes the situation worse. Not only do you run the risk of becoming dependent on your libation medication or drugs, but you also deprive yourself of the satisfaction of having negotiated a social situation on your own. You feel all the more insecure the next time. Drinking can sink your confidence to a new low, not to mention giving yourself a bad reputation and miserable hangovers. Number 10. When you are totally passionate about something, you don't even notice when you are talking. All you know is that you need to get your ideas across. When you are speaking about something you are enthusiastic about, your shyness takes a back seat. In fact, it flies right out the back window and evaporates into thin air. Do some deep thinking on what causes you care about the most, something you really care about. Then search the internet and newspapers for groups or meetings on the subject. If your town has an alternative or underground paper, those are usually rich sources of a wide variety of organizations and meetings. But don't join just anything. Find something you are fervent about and go for it. Let your passion drive your shyness out. Number 11. Interacting with salespeople is a super way to practice your social skills, not to mention fun for you shopaholics. Retail people standing behind their counters are just waiting to talk to potential customers. Set aside a few evenings and weekends to go shopping. Many mall crawlers go just for the pleasure of it and never buy a thing. So don't feel obligated to purchase anything. Chat with the salespeople, ask for recommendations. Then, when you feel more comfortable, buy something, then return it the next day. Now you're really taking shyness by the horns. Remember, a sales clerk's frown never killed anyone. Of course, chatting with strangers is an excellent confidence builder. But wouldn't it be easier if you didn't have to make the approach? And wouldn't it be even lovelier if admiring passersby approached you with a smile, a compliment, and some questions that you're an expert on? I'm sure you've been deluged with advice, and no doubt, get a dog is near the top of the list. But here is where you surpass that hackneyed recommendation. Choose an unusual canine. That way, when people stop you on the street, as they inevitably will, you can regale them with stories of your best friend's history and heritage, a subject you'll soon be expert at. Number 12. Being somebody else on stage does wonders for playing the most important role of your life, your most confident self. Take an acting class. After using larger movements, a louder voice, and good eye contact on stage, you'll be just as dynamic at the last night closing party, and in many more social situations to come. While driving, do you have lyrics like these running through your head? I acted so shy. I know everybody noticed. I didn't know anybody there. I just stood around looking like an idiot. It was horrible. I couldn't even look him in the eyes. I can't ask her for a date. She'd laugh at me. Some shies, in an attempt to tune out the criticism of their inner voices, roll up the windows and turn the radio volume up to ear-splitting. They figure it will take their concentration off themselves. By the second song, however, it just becomes background noise for their destructive self-talk. Number 13. One would think that sex could be a problem for shies. And for some who have performance problems, it can be. However, only a small percentage of shies have difficulties with sex. It is getting the right partner that is the challenge. Shies have a greater need to connect with someone because they are more sensitive. Shies often are more intense about their love relationships, so there can be complications. The good news is that when you do find a partner, you are usually capable of a deeper dedication than non-shies. If the love is carefully controlled and reciprocated, it can bring both partners manifold pleasures that are often out of the reach of shures who have dated extensively and had more love relationships. Additionally, when you are in a good relationship, your partner will appreciate some of your more sensitive qualities.